Chorus for the Bass Guitar channel. Today we're going to start working with the B altered scale, but on the 6-string bass. And today, tomorrow, and Friday we'll wrap the whole thing up. But today I'm going to throw a curve at you. Because remember, for the last week I've been telling you that the B altered works with the dominant chord. Well, there is another chord in there that you can use, and that is the B minor 7 flat 5. So let's recap the mode. B, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B. Okay? 1, flat 2, sharp 9, major 3rd, sharp 11. There's your G, which is your flat 6, flat 7 on the A, and the B. Now let's go to the piano, because there's a lot we're going to talk about when I'm done. So let's take a look at how this chord, the B minor 7 flat 5, is constructed. You have the root, a flat 3. Now, this D, which in a B altered mode would be considered a sharp 9, in this particular case, the sharp 9 becomes a flat 10 or a flat 3. Your F, which was a sharp 11, can also be looked at as a flat 5. So you've got root, flat 3, flat 5, and the A is a flat 7. Now, the only note that we cannot use, or we don't use, with the minor 7 flat 5 is that E flat, which is the major 3rd. But I can use that flat 9, which is the C, and I can use the flat 13, which is the G. So you have now, let's take a look at this from a different perspective. 1, flat 3, flat 5. So that would be considered a diminished triad. 1, the C is a flat 3 in the key of A. There's no 5, but G is a flat 7. So technically, you've got a diminished triad and 3/4 of the G or the A minor 7. Let's go to the bass and let's figure this out on the 6-string. Wasn't that fun? But look, I want to talk to you a little bit before we get moving about the amount of time that it took me to learn all of this. So I didn't wake up one morning and go, I know all about theory. It took a lot of work. It took actually too much work, because I did not know the 80-20 principle, which basically states that 20% of your efforts will give you 80% of your results. I did not know that back then, so I spent hours practicing things that may not have been helpful to the cause and doodling a lot, not really, taking it very seriously, until one day I had an instructor named Charles Banakis. And he was revered throughout the Massachusetts area and probably through the world, because he did correspondence courses. And he showed me a number of things, and I had an epiphany about 6 weeks later. I was on stage with a band, and the drummer came up to me afterwards and said, "Your solo, I can see how things are practiced, how the practicing you've done has really gotten you to this point." So I just want to let you know, take your time with this. Not all of it is going to come just like that. If it does, great. But really take your time. There's a regimen that I profess, which is the 80-20 rule. And it's worked for me, and I'm sure it'll work for you. So here, let's get to this. So we have a B minor 7 flat 5. So remember, 1, 2, sharp 9. This sharp 9, the D, is actually a flat 3rd as well. There are what we call enharmonic spellings. So enharmonic spellings is, like, for instance, that major 3rd, the E flat, could also be a D sharp. Well, I'm looking at this D as an enharmonic interval, meaning that this interval could be both a sharp 9 and a flat 3. So you have root, flat 3. This F, so far we've looked at it as a sharp 11. But enharmonically, the sharp 11 or sharp 4 could be a flat 5. So you've got root, flat 3, flat 5. And this A is going to be a flat 7. Okay? So 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7 is a minor 7, flat 5. Now this is where it gets interesting, because when we go back to the actual mode, now some folks also, besides calling it a B altered mode, call it the diminished whole tone. Now why would you do that? Well, let's first take a look at what a B diminished scale looks like. It's B, C, D, E flat, F, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. So you got. Now those are the same 4 notes that are in the B altered. So these first 4 notes could be considered diminished, right? Yes. Now, so let's do a whole tone scale. So that's every 2 frets. So you got B to C sharp, D sharp, F, G, A, B. So if you look, E flat, F, G, A, B. Wow, those whole tones are part of the B altered. So you have diminished whole tone. So that should give you a lot to work on today. So now the B altered has really come around to, wow, we've got a lot of chords. So tomorrow we're going to take half of them on the 6-string bass. Friday we're going to take the other half. So study this. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but you know what? You can always go back. The beauty of video is rewind. So you have a great day. It's David Gross for the Bass Guitar Channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.